The comeback of the Greek economy holds good lessons for the rest.
Welcome to Live Economic News. Today, we turn our focus to the cradle of Western civilization, Greece. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more insights. The Greek economy, shaped by its historical, geographical, and cultural context, has been a subject of both admiration and scrutiny. Situated at the crossroads of Europe, Asia, and Africa, Greece boasts a rich history that extends from ancient civilizations to the present day. In recent decades, however, the nation has faced significant economic challenges, with repercussions felt globally. To comprehend the intricacies of the Greek economy, one must delve into its historical roots, examine key economic indicators, explore the impact of external factors, and assess the measures taken to address persistent issues. Greece, known as the birthplace of democracy and Western philosophy, has a history that has profoundly influenced its economic development. The ancient Greeks were pioneers in trade, establishing colonies throughout the Mediterranean and Black Sea regions. The concept of currency and coinage originated in ancient Greece, a testament to their advanced economic thinking. In the modern era, Greece faced economic turmoil in the aftermath of World War II and the Greek Civil War. The country, however, experienced a period of rapid economic growth from the 1950s to the 1970s, known as the Greek economic miracle. During this time, industrialization, tourism, and infrastructure development played pivotal roles in propelling Greece towards economic prosperity. Despite historical achievements, Greece encountered a series of economic challenges in the late 20th century. The nation's accession to the European Union (EU) in 1981 marked a turning point, as it benefited from financial aid and access to a larger market. However, by the early 21st century, Greece faced a severe debt crisis, revealing underlying structural issues in its economy. The global financial crisis of 2008 exacerbated these problems, leading to a sovereign debt crisis that ultimately required international assistance. In 2010, Greece entered into a series of bailout agreements with the EU, the International Monetary Fund (IMF), and the European Central Bank (ECB), collectively known as the Troika. A critical aspect of understanding the Greek economy is examining key economic indicators that reflect its overall health. The country's gross domestic product (GDP) is a fundamental measure representing the total value of goods and services produced within its borders. Greece's GDP experienced significant contractions during the financial crisis, leading to a prolonged recession. Unemployment rates soared, reaching unprecedented levels and creating social and political unrest. Structural reforms and austerity measures were implemented as conditions of the bailout agreements, aiming to address fiscal imbalances and enhance economic competitiveness. Furthermore, the balance of trade and current account balance are crucial indicators to evaluate Greece's economic performance. Historically, Greece has maintained a trade deficit, meaning it imports more goods and services than it exports. Tourism, a cornerstone of the Greek economy, has been a key contributor to mitigating this deficit. The country's picturesque landscapes, ancient ruins, and vibrant culture attract millions of tourists annually. However, external shocks, such as the global economic downturn or the banking sector in Greece, has historically played a pivotal role in shaping the country's economic landscape. Its influence extends beyond mere financial transactions, affecting credit availability, investment dynamics, and the overall stability of the Greek economy. However, the sector faced unprecedented challenges during the financial crisis that unfolded in the late 2000s. One of the most pressing issues was the surge in non-performing loans, a reflection of economic struggles faced by both individuals and businesses. This created a ripple effect as the banking system, burdened by a significant amount of bad debt, struggled to maintain liquidity and support economic activities. In response to the escalating crisis, the Greek government, in collaboration with international financial institutions, implemented a series of measures to prevent a complete collapse of the banking system. One of the most notable interventions was the imposition of capital controls in 2015. These controls were aimed at averting a potential run on banks, a scenario where a large number of depositors attempt to withdraw their funds simultaneously, leading to a liquidity crisis. The capital controls involved restrictions on cash withdrawals, as well as limitations on international transactions, reflecting the severity of the economic challenges at that time. While the immediate imposition of capital controls was a necessary step to stabilize the banking sector, it also underscored the depth of the economic crisis in Greece. The controls had a profound impact on businesses and individuals, limiting their financial flexibility and disrupting normal economic activities. Over the subsequent years, as the country worked towards economic recovery, some of these controls were gradually lifted. However, the health of the banking sector remained a critical factor in the overall economic revival of Greece. The external factors influencing the Greek economy are multifaceted, with the country's relationship with the European Union (EU) standing out as a key determinant. Greece's membership in the Eurozone means it shares a common currency with other EU nations, providing both benefits and constraints. The adoption of the euro brought stability to the Greek monetary system, eliminating exchange rate fluctuations and facilitating cross-border transactions. However, it also relinquished Greece's ability to independently adjust its monetary policy. Unlike countries with their own currencies, Greece cannot devalue its currency to enhance competitiveness or stimulate exports. The conditions associated with the bailout agreements, negotiated with the EU, the International Monetary Fund (IMF), and the European Central Bank (ECB), have been instrumental in shaping Greece's economic policies and trajectory. The conditions, often tied to financial assistance, include stringent fiscal targets and demanding structural reforms. While these measures were intended to address underlying economic imbalances and enhance competitiveness, they also sparked debates about sovereignty and the role of external institutions in shaping domestic policy. These debates have significantly influenced Greece's political landscape. Political parties and leaders have grappled with the challenge of implementing reforms while also responding to the demands and expectations of the Greek electorate. The tension between meeting the conditions set by external creditors and addressing the concerns of the Greek population has added a layer of complexity to the nation's political dynamics. The ongoing dialogue about economic policy, sovereignty, and the role of external institutions continues to shape the trajectory of Greece's economic recovery. The demographic landscape of Greece is another factor influencing its economic outlook. An aging population, coupled with low birth rates, poses challenges for the pension system and healthcare expenditures. The emigration of young, educated individuals seeking better opportunities abroad has contributed to a brain drain, impacting the country's human capital and innovation potential. Addressing demographic challenges is integral to fostering long-term economic sustainability. In recent years, Greece has implemented various reforms aimed at addressing the root causes of its economic challenges.
Now Greece is on the headlines for all the right reasons. And as a matter of fact, Greece is overperforming the Eurozone.
These reforms span areas such as tax policy, pension system sustainability, labor market flexibility, and public administration efficiency.
In the emerging markets, some of them are weathering that storm better than others. Those that have a strong domestic economy, that have a decent export platform.
Successive governments have worked to create a more business-friendly environment, attract foreign investment, and stimulate economic growth. Additionally, initiatives to combat corruption and enhance transparency seek to improve the overall governance of the country. Lockdowns and safety concerns led to a dramatic decline in tourist arrivals, devastating businesses dependent on the sector. Islands and coastal areas, which rely heavily on tourism, faced unprecedented challenges as hotels, restaurants, and attractions shuttered, leaving a void in both employment opportunities and government revenues. Recognizing the urgency of the situation, the Greek government swiftly implemented a series of measures to address the economic fallout. Financial support packages were devised to assist businesses, particularly those in the tourism and hospitality sectors, which were among the hardest hit. Additionally, individuals facing economic hardship were provided with financial aid to help weather the storm of job losses and economic uncertainty. These interventions aimed not only to stabilize the immediate economic impact, but also to lay the groundwork for a more robust recovery in the post-pandemic era. The road to recovery for Greece post-COVID-19 is anticipated to be challenging, requiring sustained and strategic efforts. The country's dependence on tourism has prompted a re-evaluation of its economic structure, emphasizing the need for diversification. As Greece charts its course forward, there is a renewed focus on developing alternative sectors that can contribute to economic resilience. Investments in technology, renewable energy, and other non-traditional industries are being explored as a means of creating a more diversified and sustainable economic landscape. Moreover, the pandemic has underscored the importance of global cooperation and regional partnerships. Greece, as a member of the European Union, has engaged in collaborative efforts with its European counterparts to navigate the economic challenges posed by the pandemic. Discussions around fiscal policies, debt relief, and economic recovery plans have been integral to the collaborative approach taken within the EU framework. The post-pandemic recovery agenda for Greece goes beyond mere economic rejuvenation. It involves a comprehensive restructuring and reform effort. The government has embarked on initiatives to enhance the efficiency of public administration, streamline bureaucratic processes, and improve the overall business environment. These reforms are designed not only to address immediate challenges, but also to create a more conducive environment for long-term economic growth and sustainability. Greece's strategic location, cultural heritage, and ongoing reform initiatives position the nation for a transformative trajectory despite the hurdles presented by the pandemic. The resilience displayed by the Greek people, coupled with a commitment to embracing change and innovation, bodes well for the country's future. The interplay of historical context, economic indicators, external influences, and domestic policies continues to shape the narrative of the Greek economy, emphasizing the intricate dynamics that define its past, present, and future. If you found this video informative, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for joining us on Live Economic News.